Alright, so welcome back to the first episode of Speak Football. We basically just talk about football. You get me? So if you're a football lover and like the content, subscribe to my channel and also give this video a thumbs up. So in today's episode, we have two topics we're gonna talk about. So Steve McLaren selection dilemma. So basically, him have a one time I try pick who am I gonna start for the World Cup qualification match for Reggae Boys and Leon Bailey to Saudi Arabia. Probably if you did tell me that 2 years ago, would I say, yo, what the fuck? But now, well, I the new thing. Alright, so Jamaican winger Liam Bailey is set to depart from Aston Villa to Saudi Arabia Pro League club Nayom SC, according to UK media reports. So Bailey joined Villa from Bayer Leverkusen in the summer of 2021 for 27 million, but has struggled for consistency due to time with Villa. He has appeared in 146 games for the club, scoring 22 goals and providing 23 assists across all competition. Alright, so as I said, I think Liam Bailey is a brilliant footballer, without a doubt. Not because he's a Jamaican, but a good footballer, dog. They give us a perfect player to have on the wing. Although his performance hasn't been consistent, him grow over time. You get me? As I say, if you watch him football play, him grow over time, bro. So if you get 10 assists this season without an injury, and also next season, you get more assists. So he's a player we're constantly currently earning 6 million per year at Aston Villa. And most of that goes to tax. Because as I'm saying, England, you get the higher salary, the more the tax. You get me? I say? And for him to go to Saudi Arabia and his salary is going to be $10 million per year, him basically get a $4 million upgrade without tax. So basically, when him get him pay, everything I got in him pocket. Nothing have about the tax. You get me? I say so. That's the good thing about Saudi Arabia. When you hear Saudi Arabia, you hear money, you hear game time. But the only thing me think Saudi Arabia is lack right now is the competitions and major trophies. But me think over time that I gonna take time change because Saudi Arabia is a new MLS. Normally when a player retire or reaches that stage of retirement, them go to MLS. You get me? I say, or them go back to them boy club. So Saudi Arabia is using ching ching to get some of the best players in them prime to their country and also to their clubs. You get me? I say, so basically, as I say, when you hear Saudi Arabia, first thing come to mind is money. And with Marcus Rashford and Asensio, job available, everything changed. Because we all know those are some top star players, especially Marcus Rashford and Asensio. Although Asensio wasn't at form at PSG, but he's a good player. And Bailey was injured at the time. And from that come like Bailey just take time come off of the coach wish list or the favorite list or whatever the case may be. But honestly, I don't think the coach has met Bailey right now. And this is a good move for Bailey. Them are agree down there make a good amount of money too. So why not Bailey go down there too? You get me? I say he might get game. And him also I get more. Alright, so in further news, Steve McLaren is facing a tough squad decision ahead of World Cup qualifiers and Gold Cup. So the Gold Cup will come up, the World Cup qualifier come, and him basically have a hard time to select who is gonna pick to start and the depth on the bench. Alright, so Steve McClaren, head coach of Jamaican national senior men's team, the Reggae Boys, has admitted he has a tough job in putting together a squad for the two upcoming World Cup qualifiers games and well as the CONCACAF and Gold Cup due to the depth and the quality of his players at his disposal. So Jamaica were beaten 5-4 on penalty by defending champions Nigeria in the Unity Cup final on Saturday at G-Tech Community, the stadium in West London, after coming from behind twice to hold the West Africans to a 2-2 draw in the regulation time. The squad for the upcoming assignment is due to be announced on Tuesday, and after a Saturday game, McLaren stated, "I've got an headache because so many players impressed me this week." Alright, so when asked about his choice for wingers, McLaren said, "Yes, it is an interesting About his choice for wingers, McClaren said, "Yes, it is an interesting conundrum that I've got." Pointing to the regular starters, Demar Gray and Liam Bailey returned to the squad after an outstanding 2 games from Bernard Cephas, who featured in 4 of the 5 games scored by Jamaica in the Unity Cup. We had Demargue in St. Vincent and we got Cephas, the team for 2 games. I like wingers who have. Alright, so we had Demargue in St. Vincent and we got Cephas in the team for the 2 games. Like wingers who have got speed, don't come back, and always going forward. McLaren said before adding that he had seen the former Arnett strike on film before he took over the job. I thought, wow, what is Cephas doing on the bench? He was an impact and a very good one. He's grown and grown, and he's putting in the performance. So this is what I like about the wingers: speed and good deliverance, execution, and also a good defensive work. Yes, it is an interesting conundrum that I have got because we have Gray coming in, and we have got Liam Bailey as well. We have introduced people as well. I am impressed with Cavalier player Dwayne Atkinson Durrell, who the coach described as a big plus as well. And he said they had number nines who want to run. And that's the key thing. Jamaica will play away to the British Virgin Islands on June the 7th and then return home to host Guatemala in the World Cup second round fixtures. So as I said before, bro, Jamaica have a lot of talent. You get me? So that's why the coach really have a warm time for really pick and choose who you want to start for the team. I'm kind of glad to say, Steve McLaren is the head coach. Not because he's a better coach than the previous. He probably is. You know what? That's not the major thing. The major thing is him don't know them background. Him don't know where them a come from. Because if I was a Jamaican coach and me know all of the players' background, but automatically I'll be biased and say, yo, we're gonna use him or we're gonna use him. Instead of me working on stats and also working on what we see performance wise. And the fact that Steve McLaren don't know none of these players, he basically work off stats and performance and work ethics. So he have a lot of things to work off. You get me? I say because we just see a player and you don't know him, you go want to know what his stats and want what his performance wise. You get me? I say all of those things. So man, I think Steve McLaren have a good side for work with, but as him said, the biggest thing is to pick the best players. And honestly, think he hasn't been a coach long enough at Jamaica to really understand and pick and choose. Say, all right, we're gonna work with that player, we're gonna work with that player. But the good thing about it is, in these 2 friendlies, he has some good talents like Cephas, Dixon, Palmer. You get me? I say. So me think once they keep those players and put Liam Bailey and Demario Gray in the squad, bro, you can pick anybody else after that. You get me? I say just based off of my knowledge, off of my previous experience watching those players, them are the first person come to mind. You get me? I say me honestly think those players with the right push, right training, them can bring Jamaica far, bro. You get me? I say so. I honestly think once he pick those players and put that good squad together around them, build a squad around them, bro. I honestly think say yo, Jamaica can make it to the World Cup, bro. You get me? I say, 'cause we have some good players there. You get me? I say, and Maggie, I'm honestly think Maggie should be a part of the squad. Maggie has done a tremendous job in the recent games that he played. Alright, so this is basically my pick. You get me? I say, so who do you guys think Steve McLaren should add to the squad, and who you guys think Steve McLaren should take from the squad? You get me? I say, and do you guys think Liam Bailey should go to Saudi Arabia because of the money, because of the game time, or should he stay in the Premier League or find a different side go to play a more competitive ball game just to stay in the Champion League? What do you think? Because that's the thing with most players. Players that are not getting game want game time, and players that are getting game time want competitive football. So